Hello, beautiful souls. Ooh, excuse my throat. Welcome to Cosmo Muse Tarot and this week's reading. We are going to jump into looking at new orientation, new energy, new chapter around a very specific topic. We're going to look at career. So I think I've done one or two readings in the past few weeks around sort of general, sort of new chapters coming in. And there is a big reason for that. We've not only been through recently an eclipse season, and just to preface this, you can come to this reading at any time. I'm just sort of talking about what's inspired this reading. But this eclipse season is that we've just come out of is one where the lunar nodes, which are what determines eclipse season, is when we're having new and full moons very close to what are called the lunar nodes. They take about 19 years to reverse through the whole of the zodiac. And when that happens, they have their whole own zodiac that kind of shifts. It's called the Draconic Zodiac. And so when we are having eclipses in Aries, or what's called the North Node, it's like one of the sides of the nodes, returns through to 0 degrees of Aries. It's currently in the last few degrees of Pisces, which is the sign right before Aries because they go in reverse. But the eclipses that happen when the North Node is like very close to that 0 degrees of Aries is like this 19-year reset. So it's not just any eclipse season, it's like everything is reorienting, everything is resetting in really, really big, bold ways. And so we've had a few readings looking at, and I've noticed, it's been in the air. A lot of other readers have also been doing a ton of sort of new start, new chapter, new this, it's not just spring and it's not just Aries season. It's something much bigger that is in this like feeling of something new is happening. So moving on from generally looking at that, I want to look at career because so many people around me, that's a big part of life, and feeling like you're on the right path and feeling like you have stability in life is like knowing you're on the right trajectory career-wise. If you're not someone, say you're just a stay-at-home mom, that doesn't necessarily have to be like how you're making money, but it might be like, what is your position though? We all have different positions in life. Like, are you doing PTA? Are you kind of running the household in a bigger way? There's lots of different ways we kind of take on position in the world. And so like, what's reorienting, what's coming in around that for you? So let's take a look at that. We have 3 piles this week. So pile 1, we have By the Book with these cute elephants in tow, and it's card 11. Pile 2, we have Community. And this one's interesting because it's almost like, you can't really see it on this card, but it's like there's I think it says hotel or something. So there's also this sense of like travel and movement along with community, which is such a paradox to me in this card because community feels very local, but then there's something like moving and shifting in this one. Because there's hotel and there's, just the swirling of energy. And then pile 3, we have Serendipity. We've got a 4-leaf clover, card number 18. So, there will be a lot of other cards coming out, so don't rely too heavily on like being attached to like, oh, I just want serendipity because that sounds nice. Looks could deceive at this point. We don't know what's going to come out. So really tend to where you're being drawn. You might kind of like close your eyes, draw in some light energy into your body, down into your feet, into your heart. Take a few breaths with that until you feel ready to open your eyes, and then like look at which one kind of initially draws you in. That might be a good way to kind of clear thoughts about the cards and just kind of tap into where you're being drawn in. Okay, so timestamps will be in the descriptions. So when you are ready, you can jump straight to your pile. I will pause for just a second so you can pause if you need to, spend some time with this. And again, just to reiterate, whenever you are drawn to this reading means there is some sort of big new reset and orientation coming through in your own life for career. All right, I will see you guys in your piles. Okay, hello pile 1. Welcome to your reading. We are going to look at new orientation, new chapter, new beginnings, new whatever in terms of career. And you guys chose pile 1, which is by the book, card 11. And it's like a family of elephants sort of going in their own line, kind of in hierarchical order in terms of size, which is interesting. But before I really, and it almost looks like there's like a chessboard they're walking on, but like diagonally. That's interesting. I've never noticed that before. It may not be meaning this to look like chessboard, but it kind of feels that way to me. So, okay, we'll remember some of those thoughts, but before I interpret anything about this card, I wanted to do some astro dice in addition to kind of play off of, see a little bit more about this directional coming in. So we've got the moon influencing this, which is interesting because this, I didn't want to immediately read this as family, the different sizes of elephants kind of following each other. Especially because, I follow a lot of elephant refuge centers and they're not all like born family. So they're, even though most wild herds, they are literal family. But I just wanted to wait and see what came through. But there is something here with like family. So this could be like a pile of, like stay-at-home moms could be coming into this pile, but not necessarily, and definitely doesn't mean you're like stay-at-home anything or family business anything if you come here. But there is some kind of at least familial element coming through here. Like you're going to be with your soul people. Your position is, and 11 is that like it's like a very spiritual, it's very communicative and enlightening kind of energy, inspiring energy. So I don't know. Yeah, there's family energy, there's inspiring energy. It feels minimally like you are going to be oriented in terms of career with like soul tribe, with people you really care about, with people you feel really like they have your back, you've got theirs, like you're, supportive of each other. And then we've got, 2 11s. So we've got the 11th house and also the number 11. So also that's really interesting because by the book is kind of like, tradition and what has been done. And 11 is like shaking things up. It is thinking about the future, innovation, evolution of things, progress. Interesting. Which I don't know why this is coming. I was like, the chess thing is going to come through at some point. And they're like walking counter to how you would normally move on a chessboard. It's like they're walking at the diagonal angle instead of in any of the rows. So there is something shifting. There could be like a family move, family additions, or just like you're really changing where you are. You could be changing professions, like where your aspiration lies, like completely different field of focus. that will lead you more to your like soul calling. Or if you're already kind of with these soul people and that's already resonating with you, it's like there's some kind of dramatic shift, like that by the book is being thrown out. I feel like the by the book is being thrown out, and it's like something is shaking up, something is evolving and progressing, and you're bringing your crew with you, you know, to something very different. So maybe you're at a company because there is this huge reset. A lot of corporations and companies are going through awkward periods where they're having to find their shift. So maybe you're already somewhere, but that company or wherever you're working, it's like, no, I want to stay here. These are my people. I love it here. I feel comfortable here. But like, we are in an awkward place and something is shifting, and it's like, you know, stick close. You guys have each other's backs. You'll find that evolution. You'll find that, you know, progress and that different kind of trajectory and that different, you know, what's the next evolution of this company. Like, stick together, you know, you'll find your way. You're going to find that directional, because look, these elephants are like going, it seems like they know exactly where they're going, but it's like, it is sort of a journey though. And it's like, stay close, stick together, have each other's backs. You'll make it through to that evolution. So there's a few different scenarios that are coming through here, which is interesting. So whichever one kind of relates to you, either you're completely shaking up the kind of profession you're doing, the kind of career you're doing, and you're going to find your more soul place. You might be at your soul place, but that company's going through an awkward transition, but it's sort of like, you'll get there, don't worry. Like, the evolution, the next step in that company is going to clarify, and it's just like, you know, stay on course and follow the leader that has that clear trajectory. Or you are more of like a stay-at-home person, and your role is to, I don't know, with that 11 energy coming through, it's like to help your family or help your children or help whoever kind of stay together in a lot of different life transitions coming through. Like, you are the glue that's holding everyone together in your family, that kind of energy. And then we've got Sagittarius, which is like, there is vision coming through. No matter the scenario that resonates most with you, there is vision and aim and bigger dreams and bigger horizons being felt and coming through. And that definitely leads to that feeling of, there is a journey here. There's something happening. Like, you are journeying to something new. Your company is journeying to something new, or your family, and you as kind of the glue, as a position in your family is doing something new, moving somewhere new, that kind of thing. But it's like bigger horizons, expansion, new aim, new kind of sense of belief and trajectory. But there's journey energy here, which is very cool. Okay, let's get a couple of archetype cards to see more about, like, you know, your own role within career. This is kind of very general energy, but we want to hone in now on you, what's going on for you in your position, and kind of archetypally speaking. The vessel. Yeah, I mean, that aligns really deeply. I honestly feel like you are, if you're not that head elephant, the one that like has the direction and leading, you're at least the mama, like the middle one that's like keeping each part together. You are the container. You are the vessel. You are the container that knows how to hold everything together. And it's so beautiful with the moon. It really aligns with that moon energy. It's like you really know how to be the glue in whichever scenario resonates with you, holding things together. I would say tend to some self-care. I feel like there is a lot of There might be a lot of people leaning on you, at least initially, in this new kind of orientation. But also, so like take care of yourself, make sure that you are balancing some self-care and personal time and your needs. But I just get this beautiful sense that you are nourished and you are this nourishing force, and that's how you're going to be seen, and that's how you're like the authority you exude, the mastery you exude is just this very nourishing thing that keeps things together, and I think you'll be recognized for that. Sometimes that kind of energy can be taken for granted and sort of abused a little bit, but I feel you shining in this capacity and really being recognized, and people like very aware and respectful and grateful for that kind of energy that you have with definitely some shakeups and some journeying going on. It's like you're the central thing keeping it together, keeping people feeling secure, keeping things feeling grounded, keeping things feeling together. Really being able to be a unifier as well. Literally when we look at the elephants, this unifier. And again, this 1111 is popping out to me. Like you do have a very kind of, I'm feeling something very inspired and ethereal coming through about you. There is just this, I love the combo of the moon and these 11s, because sometimes I feel like those are very different energies and I wouldn't read them together. Like either you're kind of like the mama bear, or you're like this fierce, inspired, spiritual kind of maverick leader. But it's like these things combine here. It's like, yeah, you are that grounding, beautiful, fertile force, but you're also this kind of have this, the moon is like softening the 11 to me. Like sometimes that 11 can be a little bit of a rebel, a little bit of a rebel rouser and stirring the pot sometimes even, but there's a softer glow here where it's just like, I think people are just magnetized to you. You just have a soft knowing, an inspired knowing that makes it easy to follow you, because there's something safe within your shake-up energy, within your inspiring to move forward. It's like, yes, we're moving forward, but I still know how to do this in a way that makes us all feel safe and stable and secure while doing that. And it's because I know how to keep everyone together. Okay, and then we've got the painter, productivity and creation. Yeah, it's like you're helping to create, like paint a whole new future. So I love that creative energy just like really kind of sets the tone here. It is this creation, imagination, a willingness to, be bold, push into big, wild new things, but keep things focused and together and nourished while doing so. And it just, it does feel like that creator where it's like, I'm not just sort of willy-nilly trying things and throwing spaghetti at the wall. It's like I can see as the painter what I'm wanting to paint, or in this case, like where I'm wanting to take people or myself. And I have it in my mind's eye, and little by little I'm painting it, and I know how to do that because it's in my mind's eye. And that's what makes it inspiring to follow you. It's because you really know the direction, and you know how to keep people unified and together and feeling supported in change and in going to painting that new future. Yeah, really, really lovely. Okay, let's get some tarot cards to see what the tarot wants to add to this. I kind of want to ask tarot. I feel like we have a decent understanding of what's going on right now and what this is about, but I kind of want to ask tarot, like, once that transition has occurred, you know, what does that feel like? What is that bringing in your career once it feels like you've, I don't know, or maybe that, I don't know, maybe this trajectory is sort of, the position is about being able to be on journeys. Well, let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Like, is this talking about, like, this is the essence in general, or is this talking about, you know, initially, right now, what's happening? Two of Voices, decisions. This is talking about right now what's going on. So you do have decisions in front of you, and it's like, listen to your intuition. Toss out the pro and con list. Toss out the, you know, contemplation of, you know, this way or that way, and if we did this way, this and this and this is the pro, and this and this and this is the con, and the other way, the same kind of thing. What resonates? What is resonating? Okay, let's see what else. This wants to say 8 of Emotions. Yeah. I think you're already in process of leaving something behind. And it's like, which way to go? An awakening, yeah. Yeah, if it hasn't already happened, you'll have your awakening. It's time to move on from something and towards something. So I do feel like this is talking about initially right now. There's an essence of who you are that I think is going to stay with the new kind of career essence coming through, but like a lot of how we've been reading this is kind of like what's in process. So I want to do a couple tarot cards now of like, once the transition has happened, how is that beautiful, nourishing container, inspired, creative energy landing? What does that look like? Transformation. I keep getting just so many, I don't know, just a very new version of you is being born due to kind of position in the world. And Queen of Voices. Oh, yeah. So it's like you are shedding a whole layer of who you've been, how you've been. And once this kind of transition is embraced and traversed and accepted, and you kind of find that new vision and focus and traverse it, is like, it is going to be a process, you know, it is going to take some grit and character to move through the awkwardness. But again, it's like, I feel like you do have a vision though, and it's just like, follow that, keep, every time you have to make a decision about that, like what is the resonance in those decisions? Keep following what resonates. And what is being birthed is a version of you that is so much more, I love the Queen of Voices. This does encompass that, all of this energy we've been talking about, the 11 and the moon and the vessel. It's like very nourishing energy, but very clear and inspired, and you know, good decision making, but in a way that is grounded and nourished and caring. And I do know that in this Muse Tarot book, I love this, they give like a little slogan for each card. I don't know if that's what they would call it, but what, there's like a little motto or slogan for each card. And I know for Queen of Voices, it's the voice of feathers. And I love that. That is what is being born in you. So any kind of pressure or stress or just like big transitions, awkward transitions, rebirths, things that you're going through, everything that you're going through is helping you to shed a layer that is holding back this kind of Queen of Voices energy, this confidence in your vision, this confidence in your inspiration, this confidence in your artistry, and this confidence in your reason and voice. But knowing how to use that confidence in a very nourished, caring way. Yeah, gorgeous, beautiful. So once you make it to the other side and kind of arrive into the new chapter, you are this Queen of Voices kind of role, but with that inspired, nourishing, creative kind of force energy. Okay, to end, let's get you just a guidance card from the animal realm, an animal power card. What do the cards want to leave you with in terms of a message? Bat, face your fears. I love that. Any new beginning, it takes courage. Like the thing that scares you the most is because it's what's so important to you and so aligned. And so, a lot of times we resist the thing that is so deeply at our core because there's just fear, because it's so important to us. And it's like, no, face that. And Bat to me is, again, like the Death card. It is about transformation and rebirth and what I would leave you with is I do see a transition time ahead, but whatever you have to go through in that transition is making you and transforming you into such like a nourishingly confident voice, just really delivering you into your strength and confidence and being able to use it and shine for it. So hang in there. A little awkwardness, a little bit of transformation ahead, a bit of a journey ahead, but the result is just really, really, really beautiful. So hang in there. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave you guys. I hope this resonated. Let me know down in the comments what's going on for you guys, how this is touching into your life. Always fun to kind of get insight. And if this resonated also, likes, shares, and subscribes are appreciated. Go check out my website now. That is now up. It's cosmomuse.com. There's a lot of astrology content on there. There's a link in there to subscribe to my newsletter, which I put out like the week ahead in the star. So that's always fun to tune into if you want some weekly astro insight. There's of course some membership options too, but there's a lot of free stuff there. So go check it out. All right, I will see you guys in future readings and good luck with this new career chapter. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading where we are going to be looking at career energy in kind of like a new orientation, a new chapter coming in. And you guys picked this really kind of exciting feeling community card, number 8, where there is also paradoxically a lot of change and movement. Okay, so before interpreting aspects of this initial kind of vibe card, let's do some astro dice to get more insight into how this card is related to this new chapter of career. Okay, we've got Pluto. So definitely transformation and power, and 8 is definitely like a power number as well. And interestingly, like this little hotel thing that the giraffe is in, there is like this really scary face on it, and I've never really known what to do with that or how to read it. But Pluto coming through here is kind of like, I don't know, I'm getting like tapping into the whole of the card, just like there's some kind of power shift happening. Or some kind of movement, some kind of change or shakeup is taking you to more powerful communities. Or through community, you're becoming more empowered, or something about community and a change and power. Okay, and then we've got Pisces here, which is like this sign of really knowing how to hold complexity and compassion and understanding, and can be a very inspired and artful sign. It can talk about being able to hold a little bit of chaos, and with like all of that, that swirly, it's like a wind breeze has picked up all sorts of, leaves and earth debris. It's like there is a little bit of chaos in this card. So it's like the power of like knowing how to hold, how to hold your center of power amidst a lot of movement and change and potentially even a little bit of chaos. But when we look at, there's so many things going on in this card, because now I'm like looking, there's like a mama and a baby giraffe. I didn't even realize that was like the baby giraffe. There's a parrot and suitcases. So it's like in that power and ability to kind of like hold complex things with some artistry, you still have this center in you that is very caring. And I love seeing that come through. So that kind of came through in a very different way, a very different story in a very different way. But I am seeing this common thread from pile one. There's this center of caring that is coming through, and the world is going through a lot right now. So maybe it's like pointing to the fact that we're all kind of becoming more sensitive and caring and like aware people. But yeah, especially for you, it's like, I don't know, very artfully being able to hold your power and compassion and very, I don't know, complex or chaotic things. And then we've got the 7, which is relationships, like relationship building, partnerships. There may be some partnerships in career. Maybe you're going into business with somebody else, or it can point to advocates and agents. So maybe that's pointing to you, if you are an agent, like a real estate agent or a talent manager, or, that kind of thing. It's like you're finding the powerful and are like truly artistic people to represent or deals to make. If you need an advocate, maybe you're finding an agent in career that really knows how to bring out your brilliance, your ability to compose, and really is powerfully connected and can make powerful things happen for you. So a lot of different ways these could all kind of come together. So hopefully something in that resonates here. But I do overall feel a sense of change is in the air. I feel like you're coming into more power, whether that's by association or within you, or a little bit of both. And real artistry coming out, and some kind of partnership, business partnership or agent scenario, whether that's you, the agent, or finding an agent, something in that realm. So let's get a couple of archetype cards to see what else wants to come out that might shed a little bit more light in terms of your own position in this like new career chapter. This is more kind of like overall vibe, but these archetype cards can kind of point to you, like your position, the vow. Yeah, partnering. So you as some kind of agent finding the right, clients and deals to make, or you as a client finding the right agents, or in a business partnership finding that like really tight bond of like the right partner to move things forward that really brings in a new level of power and a new level of being able to compose in your business. But yeah, really strong bond coming in. And I don't want to ignore this community thing. And that, I don't know, this 8 energy is like everywhere for me, like how it it has this its own swirling energy. It's like that community might be like a fan base, or you could be really networking well within community that helps lead you to these right kinds of either partners or agents or clients. But like don't underestimate community. Community is at the heart of what's making things move for you in career, at least at this moment, leading you to the right places, the right people. So get out there and like talk about what you're doing, connect with people in very in very caring ways. There may be even some like family, because we have this like mommy baby kind of draft going on. There could be some family connections or family members part of communities that could really bolster you or lead you to the right things. Like, don't underestimate family connections, but even if it's outside of family, like really treat community like family, really respectfully and caring, and like see how that helps lead you to these right kinds of connections and relationships that seem important in this new chapter. But however it happens, you are coming into something really strong around partnering, partners, agents, the right clients, the right contracts. They're like very, very strong and very beautiful. Okay, let's get from a different kind of deck, another archetype. And some of these, this is from the, what's it called? Sentinel? No. Anyway, some of the Citadel. Some of these are not like super positive cards, but I'm going to be finding a way to read any of them positively. It's just like another way to find archetypes, but I'll be finding like the positive version of any archetype here. Oh, beautiful. The guide, inheritance and correction. Okay. Correction and inheritance. There could be some family inheritances coming in for some of you that really help you to, like say you would have loved to be an attorney, but like you just couldn't afford law school and you had to work, and it's something coming in that's allowing you to find the guidance you need and correct your course. Oh, look at the keys, the bell and the keys. Like, there's a call to action here. There's something calling to you. And this is multiple keys. Look how many keys are on this. Keys are flying towards you to open doors, to open the guidance you need, the education you need, the course corrections you need, whatever you need to inherit to get you on the right course to your calling. I feel like a lot of you know like what your calling in life is, or at least some more general direction. That's like you haven't, something's potentially like prevented you from really following your calling in life. But there's a course correction coming in here. Something is coming in to make life easier. Keys are being given to you to open into the right opportunities, support. And I love this because this community thing does feel so supportive. Like, support is coming in to help you find the right path, the right course correcting, the right opportunities. It's just doors are opening, support is flooding in. Your calling in life is becoming more and more clear and directly in front of you. Oh, and there's even this like star, and there's like a window here, and it's like a star. It's like your North Star is becoming clear, and everything, and it's like this flood of water coming through that window or door. It's like a flood of whatever's needed. Inheritances, opportunities, support, keys, openings, connections. It's all flooding in towards you to get you on the right path. If this is speaking to you as like your role and your archetype, you could be becoming some kind of teacher, community facilitator, guide of some sort as well. But I feel it's funny because I was intending this as like an archetype card, but I feel the message overpowered the archetype, where it's like, this might be someone stepping into your life, a guide coming into your life with all of the right resources, connection, wisdom, guidance, everything you need to like steer you correctly and steer you back on course. But yeah, you could do that for others in return, you know? You could take on that role for others as well. But I do feel it coming towards you very strongly. Yeah. But there is, in terms of like your archetype and this new kind of career orientation, it is this thing of like really knowing how to, I don't know, it's like how to make deals, how to bring brands together, bring client and agent together, bring different kinds of partnerships together. It's like you're unlocking more and deeper and bigger doors, and like knowing how to do that, how to be this connector. There is this connector energy, but not just connector in like seeing these random associations and like, oh yeah, you might like that person for this reason, and like lightly, you know, that kind of pollinating energy. It's more deep. It's like something in my soul knows that this is the right connection to make. And like when you make those connections, they are like soul bond connections, and so powerful and so artful. Like they're very well thought through. You're not making connections willy-nilly. You're doing them in very thoughtful ways, very strategic ways, very just on a level 10 levels deeper than you've done before. And it's really just unlocking movement and power and like relationships and artistry in just really cool, beautiful ways. Okay, let's get some tarot cards. What else does the tarot want to bring up about this new chapter for you? Five of Inspirations. This could be speaking to some of the complexity that was coming through with like the Pisces, and we were kind of going in circular areas with like something feeling complex or chaotic a little bit. Five of Inspiration can speak to some infighting and also some friendly competition. There is such soulful energy that has come through, and beautiful relational energy. But I do also feel like the nature sometimes of community and strong relationships, that sometimes like it feels playful to me in this scenario. Sometimes some playful in-house competition, in-group competition can be done as a way that is fun. It is friendly. It is like just making each other better. And there isn't like a lot of petty manipulative stuff going on. I don't know why this came through, and I'm sure a lot of you have no idea, maybe never seen this show. But there was a TV show called Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it was about detectives in Brooklyn. It was a comedy, very lighthearted, but two of the main detectives in the first season, they were like competing with each other, but then they ended up falling in love and like eventually getting married. And it feels like that, where it's like there is all love underneath it, but there's something that like is making you better. There is a friendly competitiveness in relationships here, in community and in relationships, but it's like all from love, and it's all like making you each better, or all better, but there is this kind of like, it helps business overall, just a little bit of in-house competition, or in that partnership a little bit of like, who's going to bring in the bigger deal this month, that kind of thing. And it's like neither one is dominating. It kind of switches each time, and it just keeps you getting better. But there is that like little fun, and you can make games of that, right? Like who's bringing in more this month, or, and it's not in a way that's like making you overwork and stressing you out, but it feels fun. It motivates you. There's something coming through about that. Three of Voices. That's the depth I'm feeling. Like, I think you've been through it in the past in terms of like community that's not right, not being able to follow your calling in life, not having the support you needed. Like, what that feels like to not be able to do what you've wanted to do, or to do something and fail. What it feels like to be at rock bottom, or to not be able to do what you want, or to fail at what you wanted. Like, you have that as wisdom and depth underneath you, and that is what gives you the depth here. That's what gives you a certain power, is like you're coming from a place of knowing what it feels like to be on the other side of the coin here. Knowing what it feels like to be completely opposite of what's coming in. And so you appreciate it that much more. You're really able to bring a sense of wisdom, and having gone through a lot of transitions in life that have been, filled with some grief and disappointment and stuff. It's like, what that is. And so it just makes you treasure what's coming in so much more deeply than this being handed over on a silver platter from day one. Like this isn't, you could still be a Nepo baby and, have these kinds of scenarios play out, but just as like a metaphor. This isn't you being a Nepo baby and handed, opportunity on a silver platter. This is you having been through the ringer and having been through life circumstances that like you really deserve what's coming. You've put in, you know, the work and the effort and the growth and the challenges and the hardships and the pressures and the losses and being at the bottom and losing things, and you know, like you appreciate what's coming in because it wasn't handed to you on a silver platter. I think, you know, the tables are turning and things are going to start being handed to you more on a silver platter, but you're coming from that not having ever been the case for you and it always being hard. But now, literally with the vow, it is like on top of this silver, well, like a golden platter, you know, it's like tables are turning here, but you know how to appreciate it because that's, you know, for a long time was not how it was for you. 7 of emotions. Yeah, it's like but there is this thing of like really using, because you know how important this new chapter is for you. It's like, I don't want to make delusional choices. I don't want to make wrong choices. I'm really going to make choices that come from deeper places, make choices that are thought through, make choices that ask deeper questions before committing or choosing paths or choosing partners or choosing opportunities. It's like, I am very aware at this stage in my life or in my career that not all that glitters is gold. The 7 of emotions to me is always that kind of energy. Not all that glitters is gold. Just because someone seems to have a certain connections and power doesn't necessarily mean they're the right connections, or that they're fortuitous connections. Like, not all is as it appears, and you know that. And so you know how to ask deeper questions and how to follow your heart more wisely, even when it seems like you're making a decision that's not like the obvious one, or saying no to things that other people might be like, whoa, why would you say no to that? It's like, because I know there's something deeper there that's not right, and there's something deeper here that you can't see that has actual gold in it. So really wise, you know, wise energy coming through. Yeah, and your ideas are so on point and fresh and interesting. It's like, really, you know, follow those ideas that feel fresh and interesting. Really innovative energy coming through for you. Seeing things with a new light, new color, new, you might be using like a lot of new tools coming through, AI, I don't know, there's all sorts of technology stuff that can assist us these days. It may not have anything to do with technology, but like just like the new, you know, wave of thinking in this or that. It's like you're really plugged into the new waves of things and utilizing those, taking advantage of those, and it's really sparking your own mind to like open up and see things in new ways and really come into brilliant ideas and brilliant fresh takes on things. And 10 of emotions, everything coming back to this Pisces, where it's like being able to like hold complex energy and compose something. This is showing again, like there's something composing. There's something really brilliant that you're stepping into and that you're composing, and it will all come together. Trust it. And little by little, those keys, that support, those partnerships, the right community, it's all little by little. It may feel like a little piece here and a little thing there and a little thing there, but before you know it, it's like something's composed that you're like, oh wow, there's this whole thing happening that's congealed, that's just like swirling around me now. It's like this beautiful masterpiece. Okay, to end, let's get you a message from the animal realm, just a piece of guidance going forward. And we've got jellyfish that kind of flipped over. Flow with ease. Yeah. I love that it totally matches that Pisces energy and that 10 of emotions and that trusting that things are going to start flooding towards you. Trust that you're already in the current you're supposed to be in with career, and just trust that little by little things will flow towards you. Things are getting easier. Things are getting more fresh, more just, like allow things to flow to you. Allow things to come to you. Allow yourself to draw things to you, things to attract to you. Let things be easier in career, and trust that flow and trust the ease. I feel like coming from that 3 of voices, where there has in the past probably been some disappointment or losses, or generally just this difficulty in being able to get to where you've wanted in life and just accept where you are. It's like suddenly, all of a sudden, the floodgates open and everything's easy, and you may not trust that initially. And it's like, trust it. Do trust it. Something in you wants to trust it, so trust it. Go with the flow and let ease come. And it's like everything is just kind of coming in for you. Even though there's complexity, it's just like, stay centered in your power, and it will like self-organize around you. So beautiful. I love this for you guys because I see such a huge shift, a tables turning kind of energy for you with career. I think it has not been easy for you, and tables are turning here. Which could also mean that you need to be compassionate to others, where the table turns for them in the opposite way, where they were on top and now they're kind of have come into that table turn and something's not working for them anymore and they're kind of down and out a little bit. It's like, show that compassion of like, instead of being like, oh, I'm on top now and I knew it, and look, you doubted me, but look where I am now. Instead of looking, like with that attitude, have compassion for those where the table turns oppositely, show some guidance, be that guide, you may have to be a guide for others that have the tables turned for them oppositely. So just be easy, be compassionate, be caring, and let life be, especially around your career, be easy and beautiful and artful, and just let it come. And the right connections, the right partnerships, the right agreements and contracts are coming in. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave you guys. If this resonated, I always appreciate likes, shares, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, just putting a little shout out for my website. Go check it out. It's cosmomuse.com. There is a link in the descriptions. All sorts of great astrology content. Little by little, I'm there's still a lot that has to kind of go live on it, but there's a lot of stuff on there already. There's a subscription to my weekly newsletter, which is free, that kind of talks about the astrology of the week. Of course, there is like a more paid version that goes deeper, but there's definitely a lot of free stuff there too. So go check it out if you like astrology. And good luck with this new career chapter, and I will see you in a future reading. Hello, beautiful pile 3. Welcome to your reading, where we are going to be looking at kind of a new orientation for career, new chapter. And you guys picked this beautiful serendipity card with the 4-leaf clover and number 18, which just has, it just has good vibes, right? I'm not going to read too much into it yet because I want to, even though this is kind of like my vibe check, overall vibe check of this, I want to do some astro dice in connection with this card to better know how, like, what to pull from serendipity and the 18, etc. So let's see what we've got with our astro dice. We've got Aries, a totally new beginning. This is a fresh course of action for you guys. Maybe you are thinking of starting a new company, going to school for something totally new, switching careers, whatever it is, there's something very new where you're the beginner. But you know what they say about beginner and beginner's luck? There is usually serendipity there. Beginners usually do have luck. It's when everything is possible and you don't know what you don't know yet, and so you don't have fears overlaying, you don't have baggage overlaying, and that means you're able to draw positive things towards you more quickly, more clearly, more easily. So enjoy the beginner stage of what's happening right now. There is serendipity in the air, so like the right time at the right place at the right time energy. Pay attention to synchronicities as well, kind of giving you nudges in the right direction. And with Aries, it's just like stay connected to impulse and passion, and that is going to be leading you in a more serendipitous direction in general. Not just this moment that feels serendipitous because it's a beginning, but I do think your passion is leading you in a more serendipitous direction. Okay, and we've got the 6th house as well. And that has to do with like how your day-to-day flows. So like, what is the work you do? How do you feel that it serves a certain purpose? And the processes you use to get your work done. So it's a very mundane house, but it's one of the most critical, most important houses, because what we do every day starts to show us our well-being, starts to show us our purpose, starts to show us how we bring fulfillment and abundance into life. So as you start on this new course, pay attention to how it creates, what kinds of rhythms it creates in your day-to-day, and how those make you feel more alive or make you feel less alive. And refine and edit to stay connected to processes, to work, to your day-to-day rhythms, rituals, routines that feel alive for you, because there's a lot of beautiful energy coming in that I think really wants to align you to a life and a lifestyle that is more enlivening, more vital, more energized. So 6th house also connects to nutrition and wellness, and even though I would say like the exercises you like might be more in a different house, it's like how you fit in, like, do you work out? When do you work out? What is the rhythm around all of the things that make up your day that lead to an overall kind of productive, fulfilled, purposeful life. So all of the things, and I just think that there's serendipitous and synchronistic things happening right now that are trying to lead you in career to doing something that feels more alive, that fits into your lifestyle more sustainably and more beautifully, and that in the day-to-day of your career and your position, it feels alive to you. and it doesn't overwhelm, like it's balanced. It has a rhythm to it that allows you to have a well-rounded life still. Ooh, and then the planet you have is Venus. I love that because that is about beauty. It is about harmony. So I was already picking up on that. I honestly hadn't looked at the planet that came through yet. Yeah, your career is trying to point you in a fresh direction that allows career to feel sustainable and to feel pleasant, and it feels beautiful, and it allows you to not make career the only purpose in your life, to live a life that's well-rounded in purpose. It is not the only thing that is important in your life. And even though this is a career reading, it's like you're finding that thing that still is your passion. It is part of your purpose, but recognizing that it's not the only purpose you have. And that for you, a career that allows you to feel well-rounded and live a beautiful lifestyle is really what is keeping you vital, alive, energized, and passionate. So allow some luck to come in around this. Allow serendipitous things to lead you in the right direction, where it's like career takes its correct priority in your life, but still feels vital and purposeful and beautiful in itself. So this isn't saying like career isn't important and it's just a little piece. It's like whatever's coming through for career, it's showing a more sustainable direction and prioritizing it in the right ecosystem of other priorities. And B, whatever that career orientation that's coming through, whatever that new start in career is, it in itself feels purposeful and beautiful and energizing. So I hope you can see the layers of that I'm trying to articulate. Okay, we're going to do a couple of archetype cards to see a little bit more about your, like what is this role? Maybe we can get a little more information about like your role in career. Like what is this career? This is more vibe check stuff, and we've got the empty room. I mean, this is completely confirming that whatever this new chapter or orientation coming in is a completely new direction. You may not know what that is yet, but trust that it's coming. So you might be this person watching this, like, this sounds great and I want that, but like I have no idea what that is. Like I do crave a fresh start, but like what? That's showing. Don't worry, it will come. Sometimes we have to clear space to make room for something to break through. So like continue clearing and pay attention to these lucky little synchronicities and serendipitous things coming through. Pay attention to that right place at the right time. Something's being handed to you that you don't even know you want, that you don't even know fits this bill. It's just like, this is the vibe I want. This is what I want in my life, but I don't know what it is, that fits that bill or how that works or what would be that for me. It's like right place, right time, babes. Like it's coming. I think it's just being told to you and you're like, oh, whoa, I didn't even think of that. That is perfect for me, and that feels exciting, and it feels like it's the right, you might be, because we've talked about lifestyle, you might be that person that's looking just for like a part-time job. Maybe you're married or have, a little bit of a nest egg or something, and you don't necessarily have to have a full-time job for some reason. That probably doesn't apply to everyone here. But for those of you that are like, I'm just looking for something part-time because I want this more holistic lifestyle. But like, what is that part-time thing that's meaningful? That's not just sort of a paycheck, even though I need that. It's like, it fits the bill in a different, deeper way. Right place, right time. Someone's going to say something or offer something or bring something up that's just like, oh, that fits everything I want. I just didn't know to look there. Same thing if you're looking for, if you are a career-minded person and you are looking for like you really prioritize career and you want like position and success and the name and the status, like it's the same kind of thing. I feel like if you've come here, you're like, something's clearing out, something new is coming in, but I don't know what it is. Just be patient. Something is coming in, and it'll be very like, again, just to reiterate, it will be that like right place, right time, unexpected, like finding a 4-leaf clover. So often, like when people find 4-leaf clovers, they're not necessarily looking for one. They're like, oh my gosh, there's a 4-leaf clover. Yeah, the luck of the Irish is coming for you. Okay, let's get another archetype card and see if this wants to reveal anything else, because I feel like so far there have not been reveals about what the new career chapter is, just the vibe of it. What you want, not necessarily what specifically that career is. And some of these Citadel cards are not positive, but my intention before I even decided to use them, I was like, I will always, for this reading, I want to read them in a positive light, no matter which one comes out. So just keep that in mind. So vengeance, overcoming slights, and a choice. Okay. I don't see this as revenge on somebody, but it feels like your revenge tour, right? Like people thought I was adrift or lost, like with that empty room. Maybe that's been a long time for you, where you've just kind of been adrift, like unanchored, floating through space, doing odd jobs, or floating from one career to the next, not really knowing your right thing that lights you up, that's clearly your direction and your purpose, and that is beautiful and valuable for you. You've kind of been like, I'm trying things, I'm working on it, it's not there. And it may have gotten to the point where some people kind of wrote you off, like, oh, maybe they're just like not meant for a career path, or like, bless their hearts, they try so hard. Doesn't seem to go anywhere, that kind of thing. And it's like suddenly the thing comes though, and it's like clicked, and you know where you're going and what you're doing, and that very lucky circumstance and opportunity comes in, and you get to do your revenge tour. It's not directed at anybody or in a way that is vengeful, but it is this kind of like, look at me now energy, right? Like, you all thought I couldn't make it, or I was going nowhere, but look at this. Like, it's okay, flaunt it a little bit, show off a little bit, like strut your stuff. That's what's coming in. But there is a choice here too. It says a choice, which is interesting. So I do feel that energy of like, I don't know why, from the feeling I'm getting about you and about what's coming in, why you would say no. But I am getting that free will energy here for some reason of like, you can say no to this at the same time if you're not ready, or if you're needing confirmation that you have to look at career as, where does it fall in your priorities? Is it actually a priority for you? that is a choice for some of you that are here. Definitely not for everybody. I feel like it's just like a message for a few people, where it's like career can be a choice for you, and does that fit the priority of your lifestyle? Maybe there's aspects of something coming through that you might want to say no to. Maybe there's something coming through where it's like, would I say yes only to kind of say, look at me now? There is this thing coming through of saying, like, really consider how high on the priority list career is for you, and to what degree you want one. I feel like get clear on that first, because you're going to draw something to you, and it's like, do you want part-time? Do you want full-time? Do you want a serious career? Do you just want an opportunity to be helpful and useful in life and feel like you have a purpose beyond whatever is, other than career in your life? Like, what is it that you want? Get clear on that first. Get really clear. That I feel like the room is empty right now, and it's like, what do you actually want to fill that with in terms of career? For some of us, that's not an option, and that's fine. But I feel like this is speaking to those people where there is some wiggle room in terms of like, is that a priority for you? So get clear on what you want in terms of how much infringement on your overall lifestyle do you want career to interject. Once you know that, the right time, right place is going to come in, and you will kind of feel like a lucky star here. Like, and just this ability to own whatever it is. Like, I just decided I'm not really a career person, but I like feeling helpful. So this really interesting opportunity came in, and I'm following it, and it gives me a sense of purpose, but it doesn't like fill my whole day or every day of the week or, whatever. Or you might be like, I have to have a career somewhere, that's necessary for me, which is for most people. But I want it to allow, but I want career to allow me to have a more well-rounded lifestyle. So call that in. Or you could be that person that like, career is my North Star. That is what is meaningful to me. That is what makes, like, that is high on my priority list. Whatever it is, call it in, because luck is coming and the right thing is coming that will make it fit in your lifestyle in a way that is passionate and energized and clear, and that is beautiful and valuable. So get clear first. So we're not seeing what your role is, what it is, which makes sense because this is, a broad, collective readings are hard to, when you get really specific, that, I don't know, that can be hard to like think 100 people are going to have the exact same career. So I do kind of appreciate sort of vibe stuff coming through more than actual career. But let's see what the tarot cards say. There may be a little more through that. We've got 10 of materials. Yeah, abundant. Like, whatever you do want, whatever you decide you want in career, and the luck coming in and the fresh start coming in, don't be scared of being a beginner at something, because whatever it is that is very kind of legacy building, it will really resonate with your core passion and personality. So it's something that you'll be able to commit to for the long term. And so even though like right at the start, it may not be like, you may not be able to see like, oh, this could be legacy building. It has that potential to be legacy building. You do have to put the time in, right? Get the roots deep and planted and established, but whatever does come in has that potential to be very fruitful. And for those of you that, where it is like career is something you want, there's something coming in that can be legacy building. But minimally something fruitful. 5 of Voices. Interesting. I want another card. What is this in relation to? 5 of Voices. Peace. Do you need to make peace with someone? We did see the Vengeance up here. Ace of Voices. You might need to make peace with somebody or a group because there's opportunity from there. And that's maybe where you need to make a choice to bury a hatchet, overcome a slight, right? Oh, that is giving more context to that Vengeance card. It's like there might be something, some group or a person or an industry where it's like whatever you're harboring, whatever slight you're nurturing or holding on to is a lose-lose. There's no winning it. There's no winning for the other side or your side. All around, there's like, where can you bury the hatchet? Where can you offer a peace offering? Because there's some kind of powerful sight from that. There's some kind of powerful opening. Clearing the air, because it's the Voices, is like clearing the air in something, clearing the room, clearing the air is what's going to attract in and magnetize in the serendipitous things. I'm sorry. Sometimes hard things come through, but it does feel like there is an action you need to take here before that serendipity and that beautiful new path comes in for you. It's like a peace offering or just burying the hatchet and forgetting, like let bygones, like don't hold on to something anymore. Don't feel like you need, don't look for that revenge tour, the like, I'll show them, like there's something about still, I don't know if it's like still being associated, but just like let bygones be. That clears some kind of energy field. So I can't tell right now if it's like through this thing or person you need to bury a hatchet with, that the opportunity lies in that path, or that by doing that something clears and you're able to like move on. Because certainly if there's like people in your life or a person in your life that like isn't good for you, and this isn't saying like invite them back in, but it's like time to move on. Just like let it go and move on. You need to really have that empty room for this new serendipity to come through. But if it resonates for you that there is someone or something or a group that by burying the hatchet might open up a new opportunity, like don't ignore that either. But I'm not getting the message necessarily that the opportunity is through where there's kind of some ill will or slights, but no matter what, the key is like drop it. Like it doesn't matter. Like new chapter, new energy, clear the slate. Let bygones be bygones, and something much better will, like once you let that go, something better is coming through. Magician, then you really get going. Something starts to manifest. This is showing that you have everything you need at your disposal. You may even have a powerful idea. It may not even be right place, right time, except for that, like right place, right time for the right idea. For some of you, it might be like an opportunity coming to you, but for others, it's like once you clear the air with something or just like let something go, it's like this powerful download Because look at that. Yeah, this magician does feel like they're getting a download. But with that Ace of Voices, download, there's some kind of powerful idea that downloads. And because you've just kind of let something go, you're able to focus and feel positive and move forward and make something happen, which does connect with that Aries energy, which is kind of self-starter, self-motivated. There might, for some of you, be some kind of idea where it's like up to you to start, which is that choice again, where it's like it's up to you to start it. Like you have to self-start this maybe. And I do, because I think there's, lots of people at every reading. I like to give some options here. For some of you, this is an opportunity coming towards you and you're manifesting it and you're drawing it towards you because you're clear. Like clarity comes to you about what you want, or something spoken to you that clarifies what you want. But for others of you, this is more entrepreneurial, where it's like an idea downloads and it's like it's up to you to start it. So whatever fits your vibe more, if you are entrepreneurial, that might be kind of what this is. If you're not, it's like drawing that offer or opportunity to you. Okay, let's get one more tarot card. Oh, another ace of inspiration. Yeah, just a powerful idea and a powerful sense of creativity with the magician. Like, man, whatever's coming is like, it's got manifesting power written all over it. And it's like, it's spirited, it's clear. The idea is clear, your mind's eye is clear, the creative potential is clear, that vitality and spiritedness is coming through, knowing what to do to manifest, knowing the actions you need to take to materialize things, get them going. It's like really like potent stuff here. Very, very much so creation energy, but there is some clearing that has to happen first. And again, going back to this 10 of materials, it is like there is legacy building potential here. Yeah, so I mean, what I can say is like get clear about what you want, clear any air you need, or let go of anything you need to let go of, and just like watch magic arrive and your own energy rise up to meet it. But huge new fresh energy coming in. We've got the Aries and an ace and the Magician, which is the number 1 card. It's like a huge new start, like really, really fresh new start that's going to feel so alive. But yeah, you need to find that peace, put something to rest, put something to peace. And this will come in so quickly once you do that. Okay, to end, let's get you an animal power card, just guidance from the universe. That one wanted to flip out. Remove the mask. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so maybe you are shy about what you want to do, or shy about putting yourself out there, or maybe there's something that does alight your passion, but you're kind of like uncertain how it will be received. And this is just like, put yourself out there. Some of that, like that clearing the air, may even have to be with like a version of yourself that you have to shed. If that makes sense to some of you, there may be a version of you that's like a mask that you're having to kind of make amends with and find peace with and kind of let go of. That actually makes a lot of sense with this remove the mask. Whatever resonates, if something else in terms of that 5 of Voices resonated for you, I would, keep that. But for some of you, it might, if you were like, I don't know what that is, maybe in terms of like burying the hatchet with something. Maybe it's more about being more at peace with something in yourself you've been masking and letting it out. Yeah, but whatever the thing is, whatever you need to let go of, don't be shy about the new energy and inspiration and opportunity and power coming in. It's just like go. It's just like giving you the green light. It's like go. It's such, once you have that clarity and either that opportunity or idea arrives, it's just like, don't mask it. Don't hold yourself back. With your whole body, yes, kind of energy, leap towards it. Take action, bring it in. It is really, really aligned for you and really flourishing and beautiful energy. So yeah, get into it. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave you guys. I am excited for you guys. This is really, really fresh stuff and really powerful stuff coming through, even though we don't know what it is, because it will likely because it's different for each of you. It's just like whatever is coming is like so fresh and so passionate and so aligned. Anyway, if this did resonate, I always appreciate likes and shares and subscribes. And also just a shout out about my new website. Go check it out, cosmomuse.com, if you like astrology. There's still a lot that I need to do and get going, but there's already a lot going on it, a lot of stuff to tap into on there, especially sign up for the newsletter. At the bottom of any page, you can do that, which I send out a free kind of weekly in the stars in the week ahead. There is like a paid thing that's very affordable that you can do that is like more intense, as intensive astrology and some by sign stuff and that kind of stuff. But there's plenty of free astrology stuff too, so go check it out. Okay, good luck on this new career chapter. It feels so exciting. Like, just the word that just keeps coming in my head is exciting. So yeah, throw yourself into whatever this is when it comes, when it clarifies. So yeah, I will wish you good fortune with that and see you in another reading.